All right, now I want to put this to rest. When Dak Prescott comes back, if he's healthy, and he will be healthy if he comes back, he's the quarterback. That's it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you had this opinion.
Oh, come on. He is. This is now I will say this. He's not turning the ball over, which in today's NFL, and when I say today's NFL, I mean like within the last 4 weeks is all that really matter. Like Trevor Lawrence, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, all these guys, all these teams maybe would rather have Cooper Rush over the last month, but he had 102 yards passing, Shaq.
I hear you, and I'm as big a pedigree snob as there is. Obviously, you got to go back to Dak, except, you're really going to take him out if they're still winning? As soon as he has an L, as soon as you put an L or even a terrible pick in a tight game next to Cooper Rush's name, then you go to Dak. But I don't mean like out of superstition or anything. I just mean out of the don't fix what ain't broke. You got to just ride it until it breaks, right?
I don't know. I hate it. The one thing I'll address, Martin, before we get to you, is everyone's comparing this, or a lot of people comparing this to when Dak took over for Romo. But Dak had some monster games that made you think, oh, yeah, this guy, believe me, no one's a bigger fan of Romo than I was. And I was like, oh, boy, this is an issue now because this guy's putting up numbers and he looks the part of a real NFL quarterback that could compete, where Cooper Rush has those moments, but he's holding on to the ball when he gets sacked. He's not thrown into coverage. He's not getting balls tipped at the line of scrimmage. That's about the best thing I could say about him. And he'll make some 2 or 3 big throws on third down. But still, Martin, this is Dak's team.
The reason why you have a Dak Prescott is because when your defense doesn't show up, or the reason you pay Dak Prescott all that money, I should say, is the day when your defense doesn't show up and your field goal kicker misses 1 or 2, he can go out there and your franchise quarterback can get you a win. That's the whole concept of a franchise quarterback,
sure,
not the backup that Cooper Rush is. Because at any point, Cooper Rush was depended upon to win these games, the whole bottom will come out.
All right, listen, whatever you're betting, teasers, over, under, do it through Caesars because they have all the names. Caesar himself, Cleo, the Mannings, Henrik Lundqvist, and now yours truly. Yes, Against All Odds is now a proud member of the Caesars empire. And you know what it is that sets Caesars Sportsbook and Casino apart from the others? It's the perks. It's the only sports betting app with Caesars rewards. So every time you place a bet, win or lose, you get reward credits, which could use towards game tickets, bonuses, experience, free stays at iconic Caesars destinations, and more. And your very first bet, check this out, Harry. It's on Caesars. Up to $1,250. If you win, congrats. If you don't, you'll get it all back as a free bet. That first bet also gives you 1,000 tier credits and 1,000 reward credits, putting you closer to the types of perks only Caesars can offer. So download the app, use promo code CZRFULL, and go full Caesars this season. I'm looking at your win total, Steelers. What do you think? What do you think it is for the year? I love that they keep these up.
There's nothing anybody nationally could say that on the banks of the Three Rivers, even people who resided there at one point, guys like Ryan Clark, haven't already said. I think that most of the reaction has been borderline histrionic from people flailing about, trying to make sense of this. Here's the worst part of it.
But you love Ryan Clark, and Ryan Clark is calling for Tomlin's head.
No, he's not calling for Tomlin's head. He's challenging him on his decision making, as I have for 3 weeks as well. That you cannot continue to approach things the way you're approaching things when you don't have T.J. Watt, you don't have your Micah Parsons / Aaron Donald. What are we doing? This is not the way to play. You can't win games the same way when you don't have the guy who makes those wins happen for you.
I'm with you, but we're fast approaching them being the worst team in the league, and I think maybe you want that as a in terms of draft order and preference and everything. But 4.5 wins is second lowest only to the Texans at 3.5.
Call me Pollyanna if you wish. I guarantee you that they will not. That they will go over 4.5.
Really? Wow.
They are in the gauntlet. They are a deeply flawed team, but TJ Watt's going to come back. That will, again, as I say all the time, There's a reason that communism does not prevail in pro football. Guys make more money because they're better than other guys who replace them. The TJ Watt will be a major addition to the Steelers. And by the way, once they clear the next 3 games, which are a misery,
Well, that's what I'm saying. When is he
they're
coming
gonna
back?
win. They're gonna win
What-
5 games. They're gonna win 5 or 6 games in the back half of the schedule. Go through it. I know that's on some people are. Oh, Dave, we finally need to bottom out. We should tank it. They should, they should not dress TJ. They should just IR that dude for the rest of the year and bring him back when the Steelers are ready to be good again. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Guess what? That's not going to happen.
Check,
And
if they're 1-7,
is going to come back.
If they're 1-7, then they have to go. You have to go 500. You have to go 5-4 the rest of the way. And you still have the Saints, the Colts, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Raiders, the Brown, all Ravens twice. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know if you get there. 4.5 seems fair, Martin.
I just want to know if the Steelers were winning, but TJ Watt was still, hurt and waiting to come back. If they would wait for the right time to put TJ Watt back into the lineup, you don't want to mess up the mojo.
Oh wow!
I can't. I just said it's the reason why pro football is not communism, right? There's a reason why. That's crazy.
No one's more of a pedigree snob than I am. I mean, obviously, not like I'm saying hey, maybe Cooper Rush can hold on to the gig endlessly. I think he's going to fail.
Just until he loses. But
I think even if he stinks in a win, you can replace him. But I think that you have to let the clock strike midnight on this guy, given the way things are rolling and working out for not been 2 weeks. We're now past a month, but we're not talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, let's move forward.
I think the sad ending for a lot of the nihilists on the banks of the Three Rivers, they're like, Dave, they're going to wind up with Will Anderson, and they're going to put him on the other side of TJ Watt in 2023, and we'll be right as rain. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry if that's what you're wishing for. I'm residing in reality. They will tune it up enough that they're going to wind up with.
I'm residing back when you gave Kenny Pickett an A+ for 3 interceptions.
Yeah, Shaq, we need a grade. We need a grade for game 2, Kenny Pickett. A-. He gave him an A-. What do you give him for the second week?
Also, most people agreed with me on that, so you're arguing
They
against.
did? Most who? Yeah. In your house?
Not you two. No. I mean, go dig up the national reviews of him. I mean, like Dan Orlovsky for What He Matters. And
all right, what's week 2?
People.
What's week 2? I'm just asking you.
I mean, they were quickly in throw every down mode, which is why I told everybody he's going to go over 203.5, which he breezed past because, they were playing a superior team.
Grades are typically letters, Dave.
Come on, let's do it.
Give him a B+.
Okay. B+. So he's got an A- and a B+. Wow, Martin.
I love the scrap. I love the scrap, though, that he's not going to take no jive. If a player tries to hit him in his legs, he's not going to wait for his teammate to jump in. He's going to take the fight himself. I loved it.